So welcome back to the YouTube channel, and tonight we'll be talking about the disrespect that I feel like the Olympic has done to Jamaicans at the Paris Olympic opening ceremony. So in case this happens to be your first time, before we continue, do me a favor to first like this video and of course subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, in case you do not know, I noticed that apart from the United States of Americans, Jamaica and other African countries were not really showcased when it comes to broadcasting in the opening ceremony. So what I mean is, I observed that when Jamaicans were passing in the boat, when I was watching the Olympic opening ceremony with my television, I noticed that they did not really showcase the Jamaican team for like 1 minute. It was more like few seconds. Then before you knew it, they took away the scene in which Jamaican athletes were passing. And I feel like it's not actually only the Jamaicans. It's not only actually the Jamaicans. So many African countries and around the world. Anyway, let's talk about something interesting about that happened again at the Paris Olympic. Now, this white athlete, they were actually surprised and they were literally in tears because Shelly and Fraser followed them on social media. And it's not as if these athletes are nobodies. These athletes are very famous, but they said that Shelly and Fraser is their goat, and that means that Shelly is definitely the greatest female sprinter of all time, because they are literally in tears simply because of Shelly and Fraser. And I feel like it was one of the beautiful moments at the opening ceremony. That it was one of the beautiful things that happened to Jamaican yesterday at the opening ceremony. So watching this athlete literally shedding tears simply because of Shelly and Fraser is beautiful. It means that Shelly is definitely the GOAT of female track and field. Right now, let's talk about the disrespect that happened to Jamaica, because I didn't finish what I was saying. And what the reason why I made this video is when I saw a lot of Jamaicans reacting on social media, that they also observed the same thing. And what I mean is, they did not really showcase the Jamaican team when they were passing. Now let me share a post on social media that I feel like it relates to what I was saying. So this particular person posted on Facebook, and he said, NBC, no need to show us the US team while another country is parading. That is disrespectful. He said NBC should not be showing the US team while Jamaica or any other country is passing. Do you get what I was trying to tell you? So I feel, and when I was watching the opening ceremony, I was not watching it from the NBC, right? I was watching it from a local television here called Super Sport, and they did the same thing. When the Jamaican teams were passing, they didn't really show like everybody. It was more like few seconds, and before you know it, the advertisement came in on the television I was watching. And I feel like it's quite disrespectful, because they will never do this kind of a thing to US team. They will never try it, because the US team, when they were passing, I think almost more than 1 minute was used to show all the athletes passing. And to be honest, there has been a lot of negative comments about the opening ceremony. Everybody on social media is not happy with the Paris opening ceremony. Everybody is like, oh, the Paris opening ceremony is too dull, is this, is that. So many people are not really satisfied with the Paris Olympic opening ceremony, and I am not also satisfied, because it was more like boring. It was boring to me, and a lot of people said the same thing, right? So let me hear your opinion. Do you feel like Jamaicans were disrespected or not? I made this video because I feel like it was a disrespect, but I don't know what you think. Do you believe it was a disrespect? Do you think the Olympics disrespected Jamaicans and other African teams by not showing them like fully? Let me hear your opinions.